Hello everyone and welcome to another Timeless video. So today we're going to be taking a look at ENSOULS artifact deck in Timeless format. Now I think the deck came out really cool, and we're also going to be playing this in a banned shell. And the green splash is going to matter quite a bit because we're playing 4 copies of Oko Thief of Crowns in this deck. There's a busted Planeswalker that interacts very well in this deck because we want a lot of artifacts on the battlefield, which the Oko can create by creating a bunch of food tokens, but it can also make our artifacts into a 3/3 creatures. So even if Portable Hole doesn't technically do anything on the battlefield, you could just play it out and then make it into a 3/3 with Oko. So Oko is going to have a lot of synergy in this deck, and that is one of the reasons why we're splashing green. And we're also playing Delighted Halfling in this deck because Delighted Halfling is going to make our Oko, Emery, and Giganta uncounterable. And besides that, we're also playing 2 copies of Case of the Filched Falcon, which is a new card from MKM. This is a pretty interesting card that makes a clue token when it comes onto the battlefield, but if you have 3 or more artifacts that are on the battlefield, the case can be solved, which lets you sacrifice this case, put a 4+1/+1 counters on any of the target non-creature artifact that you control, and that creature will also gain flying as well. So obviously this card is going to be pretty insane in this deck considering that we play a lot of non-creature artifacts as well. But let's say if you put it on Smuggler's Copter, what happens then? Vehicle is technically not a creature unless it's crewed, so this is considered a non-creature artifact, which the Case of the Filched Falcon can actually abuse, but it can also make our Darksteel Citadel into a 4/4 flying creature as well, which is going to be incredibly hard to deal with. So along with ENSOULS Artifact, which can make artifacts into a 5/5, Case of the Filched Falcon, which can make artifacts into a 4/4 flying creature, and we also have an Oko that makes artifacts into a 3/3 as well. So we have a lot of options, and I'm pretty excited to try this deck out. So with that said, I'll be hopping over to some Timeless Best of 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. Okay, that is unfortunate mulligan. That's an unfortunate keep. Sultai Omnito. I have a very slow hand versus them. Like a very, very slow hand. Although I did find a Metallic Rebuke. That's kind of sick. Kept the 1-lander. Oh, that sucks. Not a very good looking hand, I must say. Like, Jesus. Jesus. What is going on? This is ridiculous. Actually ridiculous. Like what? What is going on? This is ridiculous. This should not happen. I guess the Portable Hole could get rid of a Utopia Sprawl if they draw one. This is ridiculous. Where's our aggression? Come on, give me something playable here. Okay, that's not bad. I guess portable hole. This was ridiculous. What a ridiculous game. Yeah, what a ridiculous game this was. What you just witnessed there was a classic Screw versus Flood. Insane. Insane. Okay, so let's get rid of some smugglers, some Emerys, some... I was gonna say portable hole, but they play Utopia Sprawl. I guess it's still the worst card. Let's actually play a Soul Guide Lantern for the dig through time. Not my favorite hand. I think I want to mulligan this. I don't like having Springleaf Drum without Ornithopter. Not a huge fan of this either, but... maybe it's like this. I kind of value the lands because we're playing a pretty low land count deck. What about a Brainstorm? Should we be playing a Brainstorm in this deck? I mean, our deck doesn't really play any removal spells. Nope. How are we flooding? Actually ridiculous. Let's Metallic Rebuke. What is going on? It's insane how we're still drawing lands there. Incredible! So check this out. Let's say we played any aggression. Like, we had any aggression. Like, it's insane, right? Like, how did we... I just can't believe it. If we just played one more card, I feel like they would have just died. Oh, man. That's insane. If we just had one card. Really? Okay, that's pretty clutch opponent. Wow, 3 show and tells in your top 20. That's impressive. Impressive. Like I said, a literal breeze would have killed him. A literal breeze. I'm kind of sad that we lost this one. Insane. What's going on? What even is going on? Are we actually... let me check. Okay, 20 lands. 20 lands. So I'm not crazy. We're playing 20 lands. Okay, maybe we're supposed to have 4 copters because I'm just a landlord. And you know it? I just can't. I can't. We can't go up on copters. We're bringing too many cards. That's insane. What a difference. What a difference in game, man. That's insane. This game is just not fair. I think we have to go with, yeah. Man, what a scam. 2 games in a row, what a scam. It just isn't fair. Opponents just having the game of their life, and we're just completely struggling 2 games in a row. What a difference. What a freaking difference, man. The struggle is freaking real, man. Can I get, like, one of the hate cards that I sideboarded? Perhaps? Perhaps? Heck, I'll even take, like, a Metallic Rebuke at this point. Hopefully they don't have a land into a Spell Pierce or Envelop Summer. My last hope. Nice. Thank God. I feel like it was such a tough game for some reason. Why was that so tough? I've been flooding way too much recently. Oh, that's really unfortunate. That one looks a lot better. So... I think the great play is get rid of the portable hole, right? Darn, this one's a bit tough, isn't it? I think it actually might be Ornithopter. Interesting. Is this another Sultai Omnitail? Another one? It's not. It is not. Okay, we don't need that. I think I'm gonna jam a Smuggler's Copter. Reprieve. With this mana base?
Right on schedule. There goes nothing.
Okay, that is really annoying what they did there. I got super punished for playing Darksteel Citadel instead of the Flooded Strand last turn. Opponent shocks it in. Shocks it in. Counter spell. I think it's a Snapcaster Mage. What? A Bowmaster? No, thank you.
It's only a matter of time.
One ring. Land me. Land me. No lands.
The brambles of truth twirl and curl. Choke.
Surely you see the humor here.
Very interesting deck. Very interesting deck. Hopefully they don't have a removal spell. They didn't have a removal spell last time. Okay, they got it. Honestly, it could have been worse. Yeah, honestly, it could have been worse. Need a creature. Shaldred. Always like surprised like when I see whenever I see a Shaldred. Yeah, like this game, that turn where they bounced our Darksteel Citadel because of the Teferi lost us this game. That turn was brutal. But outside of that, I think we can beat their deck. I don't think we have to sideboard too much outside of the taking out the portable holes. Okay, so turn 2 Ensoul Artifact. Pretty cool. Very rare to fairy. Very rare to fairy. Which completely wrecked us, by the way. Completely wrecked us. Man, we don't want to see these portable holes. Not gonna lie. Oh, I should have played a portable hole. That's my bad. The reason why we want to actually play the portable hole is because we want to Oko when they Teferi, right? And we win the game. So we're gonna portable hole here. They have a Spell Pierce. They actually have a Spell Pierce. Interesting. Oh, land is also a win as well. Now that they've cracked this. 1! Opponent goes to 1. Land and we win. Nice. Yeah, Shaldra is a little bit too slow for this format, I think.
Walk with me, sing with me. I will enlighten you.
Oh dear.
Illegal attacks, try again. Portable hole's pretty bad. Let's have another Spell Pierce. Let's have a Soul Guy Lantern. I'm actually really digging this deck. This one's pretty bad. Yeah, this one's a pretty bad one. Ooh. Is it a Spell Pierce? Yeah, it's a Brainstorm. We haven't seen a Retrofitter combo on turn 1. Not yet. Pithing Needle. I mean, I guess if they're not calling Oko, that's good. Right? Okay, annoying. Very annoying. Counter spell. Giganta, yep. That's an uncounterable. Okay. That is interesting, isn't it? That is very, very interesting. So how do you beat an Oko that's uncounterable? Okay, so let's try that again.
Revel with your king, wild and sovereign and free.
Let's just beat them with the retrofitter since it's not doing anything, right? I mean, they got like these to deal with, so. I don't think they want to top anything. Reprieve? Sure. One ring? Sure. 4 mana, spend 4 mana, draw card.
Gaze into my face and put on your true shape.
I guess I don't want to give them a reprieve value right now. Binding? Yep. Clutch plus draw.
My lack of presence.
I got 8 mana. How does a 20 land deck draw 8 worth of mana? This is insane. Ooh, that is a good card. That is amazing card. You know, thinking about it, why aren't we playing One Ring as well? Like, it's pretty synergistic with our deck. How do they beat a Giganta? Let's pass. Brainstorm top deck. They don't have any fetches. Opponent has no fetches right now. One Ring yet again. What a clutch from our opponent there. So, I mean, they're dealing with a lot of power currently on the battlefield. One Ring is also ticking. Yeah, One Ring would be kind of nice in this deck as well. But we do have to go up on lands if we want to actually play One Ring. Because that thing is way too expensive. Okay, so they Teferi. Bounce Giganta. That probably means they don't have a binding. That probably means they don't have a binding in their hand. Oh my god, they play Divine Purge? Jesus! My god. Teferi, Divine Purge, One Ring. Incredibly good against our deck. Incredibly good against our deck.
I've got it.
Okay, I don't understand. How are we still drawing lands? There's only 9 lands left in the deck. How does that work? Opponent's dead? Question mark? Okay, like... Oh, man. Okay. That was actually brutal. Their deck was incredibly good against ours. Teferi can bounce Darksteel Citadels. Divine Purge can get rid of our Darksteel Citadels and our Halflings. Like, they also play One Ring and had a Pithing Needle on our Retrofitter Foundry. Like, it was so good against our deck. Same with Binding as well. So we got a bit lucky here in this game. Very cool deck, though. Very cool deck. You know what? Keepable. Keepable. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Wait, what? Okay, we draw land anyways, but they should have taken out our Springleaf Drum, right? Then we can't play our entire hand. So this is a Bowmaster turn. Funny thing is, we can actually play a Giganta right now. Gonna guess Necropotence? Perhaps? Why are they looking at my graveyard? Trespasser. A little bit more traditional Rakdos midrange. Emery. Exile up to 1 target. Probably... I mean, it could be good. It could be good. Because if the Trespasser wants to attack to exile, they have to go through Giganta. So I don't think that's bad. Right? I don't think it's bad. We'll play the Emery. A little portable hole. These are great mills. Those are all the cards that I don't want to really draw. And we pass. We pass, we pass. The opponent doesn't have a Fatal Push in their hand. Wait. Oh, they didn't. They got rid of Blood Moon because Giganta. Makes sense. Ragavan. Do you attack? You do not attack. Guess we don't have to do it now. I'll just grab a portable hole. Get rid of a Ragavan. And I'll attack this time. That's fine. We already got value there. So we can create double 4/4s. Double 4/4s. Nice. They're playing Graveyard Trespasser. They're also playing a Blood Moon, so we gotta be a little bit careful, but we do have a Springleaf Drum, Delight Halflings, Giganta. I might actually want some more Spell Pierce. Actually, instead of a Spell Pierce, what about a Pithing Needle? That stops Kiki-Jiki, perhaps One Ring. It's also an artifact, which has some synergy as well. I'm actually gonna cut an Emery because they play a Graveyard Trespasser. I think we'll go with this. Keep. Keep. This is nice. This is very, very nice. I'll go with Halfling first. Do I need a second blue? Sure. I don't think we played that many white spells. Right? Proxa. That is more interesting. Kind of insane. Get rid of a Darksteel Citadel. Ooh, okay. That's pretty hot. That's pretty hot. Go with the Smuggler's Copter. Okay, that's fine. We get a 4/4. Think I'll take it. Well, opponent, would you like to sacrifice your Polluted Delta and Fatal Push my 4/4? No. Okay. I think they do have a fatal push though. Also, I'm not sure about this playing the Temple Garden. Should I just deal damage? Like, I want to keep this Pithing Needle for potential... Whoa. Okay. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Alright, so we played 5 games. Lost only 2 an Omnitel deck. Almost lost to that 5-color control deck. I think that control deck looked pretty cool. So we actually played against 3 Omnitels. Like we won against 2 Omnitel decks, and we lost to 1 Omnitel. So apparently the matchup goes like this. Game 1, do I have enough aggression? And do I have Metallic Rebuke or Spell Pierce? If so, you win the game. Game 2, you mulligan for your sideboard cards like Lavinia or Meddling Mage, or Ashiok isn't as good from my experience. It's usually just Lavinia and Meddling Mage. Have you gotten your Lavinia or Meddling Mage in game 2 and 3? If so, yes, you win the game. So usually the games go like that. So it's not very interesting to show some of these games. So I only included 1 in this video. But besides that, let's talk about the deck. I think the deck was really, really cool. I especially like this case enchantment. Like the fact that it creates an artifact and it only requires 2 more artifacts to solve the case. But what I hadn't realized was that the 3 mana you pay to give it 4 counters and then make it into a creature, into an artifact creature, that's also flying, by the way. You could actually do that at an instant speed, which at the time, I wasn't even aware of. I actually really like this. Like, even without the fact that you could do it at an instant speed, I thought it was really good. Because you could even make a Smuggler's Copter, which is a non-creature artifact, into a flying creature. So, by itself, I thought the interaction with this card already made this card really good in this deck. But the fact that this is at an instant speed, now I'm like, okay, now we're cooking. This is actually really good. But I can also kind of see like having multiple copies of this might be a little bit bad. So we only have 2 copies for now. So I thought this was really good. I thought the Smuggler's Copter was really, really good. By the way, like a 3/3 flying, it's just so good. This doesn't lose to a Bowmaster, by the way, because whenever it attacks, the trigger happens there, so they have to preemptively flash in Orcish Bowmaster, so you just don't draw a card, right? That's it. And they came and kill it because it's flying. So Smuggler Copter, although, you know, quote-unquote bad against drawing equals bad against Orcish Bowmaster, this is actually not that bad against Bowmaster at all. Other things to mention. I actually really like Halfling in this deck, by the way. Came up very often in that control matchup, kind of single-handedly carried the game into getting a Juganta, into getting some Oko down or Juganta down. Springleaf Drum. So there's a alternate variant, right? That does kind of the same thing. Moonsnare Prototype. Sometimes this is gonna be better than Springleaf Drum because we actually don't have that many creatures to abuse the drum too much. Like for example, Case, right? This creates a non-creature. Portable Hole is also non-creature. Smuggler's Copter is also non-creature. Retrofitter, right. So there's a lot of cards that are non-creature. Besides the fact that the drum combos with the Ornithopter, I thought the drum was kind of lackluster, right? But like this synergy is too good sometimes. So, I mean, I just kind of have it for now, and the drum also kind of becomes a creature with Oko, Ensoul Artifact, and Case. So, like, having multiple copies of drum doesn't really... Like, it's okay. So I thought the drum was okay. I think this one's definitely a flex slot that you can kind of play something else if you wanted to. yeah, I think the rest of the cards were very good. And so artifact, very, very fast. Very, very fast clock. Yeah, this deck just kind of does a lot of damage. A surprising amount at that too. Like, it just... the damage kind of comes out of nowhere. I mean, 5 damage is a quarter of 20, so... I mean, it doesn't make sense why people die really fast as soon as you, like, install Artifact or even have an Ornithopter Retrofitter combo on turn 1. Like, I don't think this combo actually came up once this session, but usually, like, this combo into an install Artifact will probably win you the game. And of course, Halfling into an Oko. I don't think this happened once either. Like, this should also kind of win you the game. And also, we actually saw an install artifact on the Smuggler's Copter, which was also pretty cool as well. 5/5 flying copter there. And also, we're playing Spell Pierce in this format over 2 more copies of Metallic Rebuke is because having a Spell Pierce on turn 1 is actually pretty important in this format, right? Because you could get, like, Dark Ritual into a Necropotence, so having a Spell Pierce kind of prevents that. But usually Metallic Rebuke is going to be better, right? It's just a 1 mana leak, right, in this deck. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. I thought the deck was really cool. I thought the deck was really, really cool. I also kind of wanted to try out a One Ring as well in this deck because, like, you have synergy with Oko, you have synergy with Emery, Insult Artifact. Like, think about Insult Artifact on a One Ring, right? That's pretty cool. A 5/5 indestructible creature that can also kind of draw you a card if you wanted to. But honestly, it's a bit expensive, right? Over 20 land deck. But maybe, like, as a 1 copy of might not be bad. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video so far. Again, a little bit of an off-meta deck here. I think I'm gonna be doing a lot more off-meta decks now that the meta has settled down a bit after the show and tell. And I also might do some review on some of the cards from the Modern Horizon preview as well. So with that said, I'll be signing off, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.